Hey guys, welcome back to Thankfully Pack Life. My name is Chris and I just finished editing the video that you're about to watch right now when I realized I never filmed an intro. So here we are fixing that. This is just a few days in February, did some crafting, tried some new things, very on-brand typical stuff for me. So I hope you enjoy and yeah, let's hang out. Okay, you guys, I'm gonna take out my hair in a second. I just wanna put these on, give them some time to cook a little bit. I did my hair. I put them in braids and then I put these little perm rods at the end, and it's been like 3 days. Also, I need to take my kids out today because we're getting a little stir crazy. We had a winter storm and there was no school, and then after that everybody was sick, so we've just been in the house for a while. So I'm gonna go to the roller skating rink in a minute, but yeah, I gotta take these out. This is the first time I've done a braid out in a long time. I'm just gonna see what we're working. Anyway, I'm just gonna see what we're working with because I also, side note, dyed my ends right before I did it. So I dyed my ends purple, my favorite color, and then I immediately put it in this like, you know, protective braid out style. And I haven't seen the results since, so I really didn't get to see like the final effect. So I'm hoping everything turned out well. I chose like a really deep purple, so it might not even be that noticeable except for maybe in the sun. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna use a little jojoba oil first real quick for my hands. Okay, I think that's all of them. Yep, that's all of them. And you can kind of see the purple coming through a little bit. I don't know, you guys, don't ask me why I decided to, you know, dye my hair purple all of a sudden. For some reason, 3 a.m. is the time that my brain goes, you know what? Let's do a bob. Let's cut off 3 or 4 inches of hair. Let's dye our hair. Let's do a style we haven't done in years. Like, that's just the time that my brain is awake for my hair journey. So I just kind of went for it. I already had the dye on hand for like a while because I was thinking about it. I wasn't gonna do it. I was just thinking about it, but I did it. I decided if I want my bangs to go down like this, like if I should train them to go down right now like that, because they're not really like laying where I want, or side swoop to finish off the millennial side part. I don't know yet, but I am gonna do my makeup real quick and then I'll figure it out. All right, this is the finished results. I think it looks okay. Some of the ends didn't curl all the way because the little perm rods fell out, like as opposed to like that one right there. Some of them are a little bit more whatever, but it is what it is. I like the purple too. It's not like in your face, but yeah, I like it. All right, you guys, I have about an hour, maybe an hour and a half, so I'm gonna pop into the thrift store real quick and see what I can find. I have no plan and I'm not really looking for anything specific, so we'll see what the thrift store has today. Alrighty, starting off strong, Christmas village houses. I found 4 of these little ones, and then I found an even bigger wooden one that I also grabbed. Apparently today was Christmas at the thrift, even though we are basically at the end of February. So yeah, I don't know. I really liked these stacking tree basket things as well, but the price immediately humbled me, so they stayed. There was a ton of them too, which made me think they were overstock, and so I was kind of hoping they'd be cheaper, but alas. I also came across this box with, I want to say 24 little Christmas stories. Very vintage, super cool, just not exactly my style, but I definitely appreciated it. But it felt like something someone else was gonna definitely love. Look at this absolute unit of a snowman. He is so chonky. I loved him. At this point, I realized I was picking up every Christmas village house I saw, regardless of the material. So, you know, no discrimination. This was a nice metal one. So by now, you might know that I absolutely love Halloween stuff, but nothing was really calling to me today in this section, except for this cloche, which I want to say is actually a candle holder, but it felt so fragile and I didn't trust myself. I really didn't. So I just ended up putting it back very carefully. Candles were also kind of a bust today. I don't know, most of them were used, and in hindsight, I think I could have used these right here and DIY'd something from them, but inspiration was just low, so left that behind. Also, nothing in glassware either. Sometimes things are very much hit or miss here. These nesting baskets though were adorable. Oh my goodness. It was already small, and then there was a mini one inside, and they actually worked. Both of them had hinge lids, and I don't know, something about the smallness of it. I'm just extremely weak when things get smaller. I loved it. Also, wall baskets are on my 2026 thrifting bucket list, and this one right here almost made it, almost, but it wasn't flat enough on the back to, be flush with the wall. So yeah, the search continues. I will find it. I will manifest it though. In the blanket section, I found this little reindeer situation and I absolutely loved it. I'll show you guys closer in a minute in the haul, but it was really nice. The mug section was good today. Honestly, I thought it was really nice. This nutcracker one came home with me for sure. And this one, you guys, I almost lost it. This is clearly made by someone. This is handmade. The texture, the detail, the commitment is definitely giving crafter energy. And I don't know, something about that just like touched my heart. There was also some cute character mugs like the Winnie the Pooh, that Queen of Hearts one. Lots of personality today in the mugs. I always like mugs with lids because they keep my tea warm, and this one was missing the little spoon, so I left it, but honestly, I might just grab it next time, especially if I see a set. I checked sweaters really quickly because I have a DIY idea in mind, but nothing jumped out, so yeah, that was a trip. Guys, I have a few minutes before I have to go pick up my kids, so I'm going to show you everything that I thrifted, and as you probably already noticed from that footage, and what I'm just now realizing is that most of this was Christmas and books. For whatever reason, honestly, I went into the thrift store with no plans, no expectations, and sometimes the thrift store just tells you what you need. And I guess that was what I needed today, a bunch of Christmas stuff. Anyway, first up, I'm going to show you all of these little houses that I got. I don't know where they're from. They look like Target dollar spot stuff, but I got 3 of them. They're super, super cute. As you can see, this one is this little white one with pink trim. Super adorable. I'm thinking I'm gonna take off this bottom and put like a battery powered tea light in it so it can glow from within. Then there's this one, it's a little shorter. Looks like that. There's a little snowman there. Super cute. And then this is the last one. More snowmen. Looks like a little shop or something. And there's this one. It's wooden. And I don't know. This feels like something from like Hobby Lobby or something, or Michael's, but that's what it looks like. I might decorate it a little bit more so it can lean a little bit more towards Christmas. So it's pretty plain. The only thing it's got is garland and like, I guess that's meant to be snow. That one's super cute too. And this is the last one. It's metal, like that galvanized metal, I want to say. Anyway, I love it, but I also hate it because all of this flocking is getting on absolutely everything. So I'm probably going to have to spray it with a clear sealant or something to get it to stop from falling off. But it also has fairy lights. So they go on the trees and into the house. And I don't know, I don't think you guys can tell, but it actually does work. It's really, really hard to tell on camera, but the lights are on. They're on and they're flickering. Anyway, I probably will replace them with some stronger lights, but this is going to be really cute come Christmas time. Like I can definitely picture this on my shelves. Next up, mugs. So first up, this set, brand new, still has some of the packaging on it. And I thought it was so cute because this one's kind of chubby, so it sticks out. And then this one kind of curves into this one, if that makes sense. So they kind of fit together, which is kind of cool. Anyway, I like them. And then the third mug I got is this nutcracker one. I thought they were so adorable. Super cute. I might put a plant in it. I don't think I'll probably drink out of this one. This one I'll probably use to drink out of, but this one, I don't know. It's screaming plant. Like it's very wide and it feels like a plant can go in here. I don't know. Anyway, there's that one. Next up is this garland set. It's new and I think, oh yeah, 12 feet. That's pretty long. It'll definitely fit these shelves, but it's meant to be Christmas, I believe, because it's got some snowflakes on the back, but this is also giving Valentine's Day. Anyway, I'm probably going to either DIY this, and so I'll probably add something to it come Christmas time, or I could use it as an accent garland because I like to layer them up as well. But this is gonna fit right in with like my overall decoration. So really happy I picked this up. I don't know what it is, but garlands are definitely having a moment in my life right now. Every other holiday, I'm like, I could use a garland. Over there could be a garland. I could make a garland for this thing. I don't know. They're just the easiest way to decorate. But anyway, moving on. This is the only non-Christmas thing that I picked up. And it's just this little chevron riser made out of wood. I think it's so pretty. Most likely I'll put a plant on it like this, but I could also use it for something else. I just thought it was really cute and I like the pattern a lot. And I'm really into like the raw wood situation lately. So this is really pretty because it's got all the different colors. So I like that. I also got this blanket. I think it's a baby blanket because it's pretty small, but it's got these super cute fuzzy reindeer. It's really adorable all over it. And then the back is like this plain fluffy pattern. It looks like that. And I also picked up this pillow that I saw last minute. It was like above all of the racks and it was just sitting there. And I was like, oh my God, it's so cute. Same kind of fuzzy texture, really cute little gingerbread. I think this might live right behind me during the Christmas holiday season. Like right now it's Valentine's Day themed. So I've got this pillow and this blanket and I sit here and read. Sometimes my kids take over and, you know, use up the space, but I could literally see switching it out for this. That's cute. Finally, I went overboard. Like in the kids book section, I just went crazy. There were so many books there and I grabbed them all up. So my kids have specifically been requesting graphic novels and comic books. So I just took a ton. This is about half of the books that I got. The other ones are over there, but I thought that'd be super boring. So I'm just gonna let you see just a few of them. I've got these Babysitters Club ones for my daughters because this just seems like right up their alley. And somebody definitely donated like the entire set. So I've got 1 through 8, I think, a bunch of them. And then for my son, who also requested lots of comic books, I got these. What are these? Kid Spy books. There's a few of these. There's also this Minecraft book, super into Minecraft. I think they're going to be super happy. Like I literally got like 10 to 15 books just for them. That is everything. A bunch of Christmas stuff and a bunch of kids books. It is what it is. I enjoyed it. I hope you did too, but I've got to go pick up my kids now. Okay, you guys, I was not planning on doing this, but I just came from Dollar Tree and this little baby caught my eye. It's a plant embroidery kit. And hello, if you know, you know, I love plants and it literally says Plant Lady on it. So I had to get it, obviously. And it was only $5. So worst case scenario is I do it, it looks a hot mess and I'm out $5. Or, hear me out here, I do it, it looks amazing, and I become an embroidery girl overnight. Like suddenly I'm drinking tea, I have lo-fi music behind me, I'm stitching florals. You never know, I can see it. Anyways, I've never embroidered anything before, but I figured how hard could it be? And if you do embroidery and you definitely know how hard it is, don't tell me. I figured this one can't be too difficult. I mean, it's literally from the dollar store, so can't be that challenging, right? I'm about to pop this open and do it right here from bed because I'm super cozy and I don't want to get up, so let's see if I can figure this out. All right, you guys, let's see what $5 gets us. So we've got some instructions here. It even has a QR code, so I'm definitely gonna be checking that out real quick just to see what the heck I'm doing, but I love the visuals already. I love it. Then we've got the 2 patterns. So this one right here is the first one. It's got 3 plants on it. Looks like that. Then we've got this one that says Plant Lady. I'm really excited about that one. I might leave this for a second though, because it's definitely a little bit more complicated looking than this one. So probably do this one first. It's got this, whatever that is, some thread with convenient numbers on it. So that should be easy to follow along. The 2 needles in a nice big bag so you can't lose it, and a plastic embroidery hoop. All right, let's get started. Oh God, how did I already get a knot? I'm literally just trying to separate the strands and I've got a knot. I don't know. Oh my goodness. Why does that keep happening? All right, quick progress report. I have successfully stitched about half an inch, I would say, of one singular leaf, but it's looking good. Look at that. I could have probably done like a slightly tighter stitch right there so you wouldn't see the white behind it so much, but it is what it is. I did, however, already run out of thread, so I'm going to rethread it and probably do a longer length of thread. I don't know if that's a mistake or not, but I'm just feeling confident right now, so I feel like that will also help avoid me needing to rethread the needle as often if it's longer to begin with, but we'll see how that turns out. But yeah, so far, it's not bad. So I'm just watching this footage back right now, and I think my hobby is definitely learning new crafts. So I love the beginning phase of things, and I like trying things more than I necessarily love mastering them and getting like super professional about it. I just feel like there are two types of people, and one is a hobby person, and the other is a hobby hopper, and I am most definitely a hobby hopper. I just love collecting new skills, and this is one of them for sure. Update. We have a leaf. One singular leaf. This took an embarrassingly long amount of time. I don't know if that's normal or what, but I'm trying my best to cover up the outline, which is why it looks a little jagged. And that's actually what I'm struggling the most with, is trying to make sure I don't show any of that gray outline as much as I can. A little bit of a struggle, but I'm getting through it. And you know what? I think I'm a little optimistic right now. I think I'll finish this. I think I'll finish this today. So I thought this craft would be relaxing, and you know what? I guess it was. I guess it was. I didn't have to think too hard when I was doing this. The stitches were very repetitive after a while, and I was just able to listen and kind of concentrate and zone out on my audiobook while I was doing this, which was really great. But also, my hands got so freaking tired right about this time, like around the second leaf. And I think that embroidery is just one of those things that looks kind of easy until you actually sit down and do it for an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours. So like, I want to say technically this isn't hard, or at least the stitches that I'm doing aren't very complicated, but physically it's a different story. I said how hard could this be earlier, and I think that was my first mistake. Pretty sure I got some carpal tunnel by the end of this, so this for sure calls for a certain amount of endurance. So who was going to tell me that the hardest part isn't actually threading the needle or even following the pattern? It's trying to separate the threads from the floss. Every single time I end up with something like this, and it's just like a tangled mess. So this is the point where I feel like you either quit or you lock in. And I decided I was going to lock in. I was not going to let this little $5 Dollar Tree craft defeat me. And honestly, I can see the progress, which was super motivating because it kind of goes quickly. It's one of those things that kind of pays off as soon as you start, if that makes sense. And that was very motivating. Confidence can be fluctuating, especially when you're trying something new, but I feel like I pretty much got the hang of this. And like I said, I was committed either way. And also, out of the two patterns, I definitely picked the right one. This one is much simpler, like I was saying earlier. The second one has a lot more going on. This entire one is basically just a satin stitch, which is going back and forth, back and forth. So it's pretty simple. So I'm really glad that I picked this one to start off with. Plus the fact that it's just a cheap little Dollar Tree thing really takes the pressure off of trying to make it perfect. And you know, just like a low investment makes me more willing to experiment. All right, this is the first plant, all done. Not too bad, not too shabby, especially for my first time. I did go a little rogue right here on these two back leaves, and I did do a different stitch than what the instructions said, but I think it still turned out really cute. I want to say this is a snake plant too. Anyway, I'm gonna check back in after I finish this one. Yeah, just kidding. I forgot to check in, but I basically powered through this, and honestly, that was a mistake. Do not recommend. I think embroidery is a take breaks hobby, and I did not do that. So this is me learning pacing in real time. And when I do this again for the second pattern, I will absolutely be taking some breaks. All right, you guys, here's the finished result. Just kidding, that's the back. Here's the finished result. I think it came out really good, especially as a first-time hobby. Like, I think this was good. Anyways, I took it off the embroidery hoop in order to start on the second pattern, but as soon as I did, it started puckering, so I definitely need to put it back on the hoop because it kept it nice and taut. But I don't want to use that plastic hoop either way. I want to find, maybe thrift, like a really nice quality wooden embroidery hoop. I think it'll look so nice as a frame for this, and then I can put it on my wall. So I'm going to try to manifest that as my next thrift trip find. I really hope I can find something like that. I feel like that should be commonplace in a thrift store, right? I don't know. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this vlog. If you did, don't forget to hit like and subscribe. It really helps my channel out, and it lets me know that you like this type of content, so I'll make more. And I'll definitely see you guys in the next vlog sometime in March. So hit the notification bell as well so you don't miss it. Before I go, what is something, craft or otherwise, that you've tried recently that you really enjoyed, whether you were good at it or not? Because as a certified hobby hopper, I am always looking for new things to try. So yeah, let me know below. I think it'll be really fun to chat and share our experiences in the comments, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!